This is Carolina Haints. Carolina Haints presents Folk, a show about our stories. I'm your host, Dan Sellers. Just a short walk from where Interstate 85 roars across South Fork River near McAdenville, there's a steep, wooded hill that most people pass without a second glance. But locals will tell you that long before headlights and concrete, before mills and dams, that bluff belonged to a man whose name still carries weight along this stretch of water. Adam Springs. In his day, eyebrows were raised whenever his name was mentioned. He was wealthy, a bachelor, and carried a dark-eyed intensity that made folks uneasy. Mothers warned their daughters about him, though more than a few of those daughters might have traded anything for his attention. Adam dressed in Quaker clothes, but made no claim to Quaker ways. The clothes, some said, were just another way of daring the world to challenge him. His family, an old line descended from Dutch settlers, kept their distance. Adam was the black sheep. Better not to touch pitch, they said, lest you be stained by it. Over time, Adam's world narrowed to one thing: the river. He loved fishing, not as leisure, but as possession. He supervised the building of large fish traps in the shoals below his house and guarded them fiercely. Anyone caught stealing fish from them, villager or enslaved man, risked his rage. Night after night, Adam walked the riverbank with a lantern, checking his traps, listening for the scuff of feet in the brush. More than once he was seen stumbling through the damp, red clay, lantern swinging, cursing into the dark. As years passed, gossip faded. The name softened into something heavier. No longer Adam Springs, just Old Adam. One hot summer night in 1840, Old Adam lay dying in his fine house above the river. His hair was white, his skin thin, and beside him stood two of his most faithful servants, Margaret and Amos. They asked the old man if they should call the local reverend. "Hang the preacher," Adam snapped. Then he made them swear that they would bury him standing up. That way he could watch the fish trap forever and curse any man who touched it. Well, it wasn't too long after that Old Adam kicked the bucket. And within weeks, his land was sold. The fish traps were torn out, a dam was built to power a cotton mill, and the river was forced into new habits. Progress, as it seems, had moved in, as it always does. And that's where the story really begins. Fishermen said they'd feel the air go still along the riverbank, even as leaves and small trees shook. Then a lantern would appear, moving, though no hand could be seen holding it, drifting down toward the water. More than one man swore he dropped his gear and ran, certain he'd crossed into someone else's watch. Horses shied in terror. Guests in the old mansion spoke of doors opening and closing, of footsteps on the stairs, of a shadowy figure in a tall hat moving through dark halls. And always the lantern. Up on the bluff, there's still a small, rock-enclosed cemetery. nearly swallowed by woods and undergrowth. Broken headstones lie among red fungus and poisonous mushrooms. Somewhere inside that granite square, they say old Adam stands, buried upright, just as he demanded. Below him, water rushes endlessly over the dam where his traps once held fast. As if the haunting weren't enough, another folk story clung to Adam Springs, one that refused to die. Rumors and folklore insisted that he may have been the father of President Abraham Lincoln. The tale winds through a young woman named Nancy Haints, through whispers of resemblance through Adam's son, Grattan Springs, who many swore looked uncannily like the future president. No proof ever settled it, no record ever confirmed it. But in this part of North Carolina, people may still tell you history leaves gaps, and folklore is what grows inside them. By the late 1930s, men were still claiming to see the lantern light wandering from the old cemetery down to the riverbank, pacing as if searching for something long gone. And even now, with traffic flashing overhead and the river tamed by concrete, some say that on certain nights, headlights on the interstate can look, just for a moment, like a wavering lantern in unseen hands. Perhaps a reminder that some men refuse to let go. And maybe even old Adam is still keeping watch. This episode was brought to you by Wreak Havoc Productions and Caroline Haints Incorporated, a nonprofit organization dedicated to preserving and promoting folklore storytelling throughout the Carolinas. You can find everything we're up to, including the Carolina Haints book, podcast episodes, and speaking engagements at carolinahaints.com. Special thanks to our friend, Karen Smith. We'll be back next week with a new episode. Tune in then to keep the folk tradition, oral storytelling, alive.